This is the drone. This is the drone flying over.
I don't do interviews well. I'm Mike Wynn from Chesterfield, Virginia.
What are you shooting today?
Oh, one of my favorite slingshots of all time. Snapshot. Made by RVA Catapults, Shane McArthur.
When did you first get into shooting slingshots?
A long time ago. I started when I was 21 years old. I'm 33 now, so about 12 years. I didn't want to go into the woods with a pellet gun.
So that's where it started, hunting?
Yes.
Okay.
Hunting.
So what was the first slingshot that you used?
I think it was made by A+ Slingshots. It's a little wooden slingshot. It's called the Dandy. But I can shoot pretty much anything.
Which one are you going for?
I saw him walking down the street the other day. You all are my neighbor, right? You live right up here.
My name is Marshall. I am better known as Got 'em Slinging. I do a lot of kind of trick shots. I used to be really good at trick shots, but once I changed my style, oh Lord, I'm known for little targets.
Tiny targets?
I made tiny targets fun.
And drunk shooting.
Drunk shooting and cursing too much.
What you shooting today?
Shooting a natty. This is a Harlequin natty. Best.
So when did you start shooting slingshots?
Wow, November 3rd, 2023. So what, it's been 2 years now?
Do you have a favorite story or memory from like a tournament or a shooting?
Oh man, when I was shooting against Jordan Smothers, oh man, that was the best. So me and some Jordan Smothers were doing a Spanish knockdown, and I'm beating him, and he was just like, he shook. So we shooting, and he knew he wasn't going to beat me. So he went and shot my target. He's fuck you, shot my target, man. We had a ball. We hugged it out. That was like the best time ever with Jordan Smothers. My first time meeting him. So. Yeah. The little chicken on top of that thing. You see the little turkey? The yellow turkey? On top of the knockdown? The,
okay, let me zoom
Uno?
in.
I mean, not Uno. What's it called?
Oh, the...
All right.
For 80 mil, or 85 actually, 85.
Keith Jones,
You got a slingshot, like nickname? What do they call you?
Target Master, aka Silent Assassin, aka Target Zone Jones. Wait, your dad gave me that one. The Timberwolf by Moan. Lion's Paw.
3 nights a week. Those are the paintballs. Look at it right there. There's a ton of them. Oh my gosh. Corking it up here. You gotta get corky.
My name is Bridget, and Lion's Paw 85. So, some new ones.
A lot of RVA Catapults. And how long you been shooting with the team?
Maybe 2 years. Yeah.
What got you into shooting slingshots?
A friend of mine posted some things that Moan made online. I called him up, and it turned out his house was close by to my house. Went over there, fell in love with slingshots, and yeah. So.
And your son shoots with us sometimes.
Yep. My son Hollis comes and shoots. He's 16 and loves it. It's great.
Hello. RVA Catapults, the David and Goliath. David versus Goliath, I'm sorry. From Mr. Moan Waller himself. There we go.
Thanks.
Chris Jensen. I'm shooting a brand new to me Moan Waller Lion's Paw.
How long you been shooting with the group here?
I met Moan in 2019 at the East Coast Slingshot Tournament. So I've been coming down here and shooting probably for about 1.5 years, 2 years now. So
cool. And what got you into it?
Boredom. I love to shoot. I love to shoot guns and pistols and bows, and you can only shoot so many arrows into so many foam blocks in your backyard, you know? So slingshots were just kind of the natural jump. And we were playing in the yard and found a couple forked sticks, and they were like, "Can you make a slingshot?" I'm like, yes. We made some rubber band slingshots, and awesome. Found Zach Fowler on YouTube, and down the rabbit hole we went. You know.
Cool. Look, Dave, you gotta do that. You gotta drop it in like a lob shot. Count him. You won. I've only got 2 to go. And I used one clip. No! That's right, bye-bye! I was down. I came back hard, dude.
Larry. Okay. I'm Lori QB Valenti, and I'm a member of the RVA Catapults team and Moan Waller's QB. And I'm shooting 90mm Lion's Paw. The matchy. 90mm Lion's Paw. Damascus steel.
When did you start shooting slingshots?
2022, like January 2022. So I started shooting slingshots. Moan and I started dating, and by ECST, we were, I was shooting and competed with Becky with the 3/8 was like, there she is. Come on, you got to compete. And I had only shot for a couple months. So best with the 90. It's the easiest way to aim, right? When they get smaller, it's a little more complicated. We just enjoy shooting trick shots, enjoy the challenges of being part of the community. Our RVA Catapults team is amazing, and we're a close-knit family.
Do you have a favorite, slingshot story, tournament moment?
Oh, tournament moment? Oh my God, there's so many of them. The first year, I was hanging out with Jordan Kirk and Dave, right? And it was late night, and somehow we were shooting at the, a 40 and a target box, and it just kept hitting, that instinct thing. Somehow it was over and over again. This past Hocking Hills, we had an amazing time shooting the woods course at night. So that was awesome. The night shooting with the lamps, that was really, really cool. And also just always inviting the chicks to grab a slingshot and shoot.
My name's Chris Blowaway. Today I'm shooting the Kraken, and this is the Goliath one that Moan Waller made. David and Goliath. You guys see something move though.
There we go.
I'm Becky, and I'm shooting Sniper Sling Scout X. I shoot TTF, the only way. They call me Becky with the 3/8. I used to shoot 3/8 steel, but I've moved on to 8mm, but the name kind of stuck.
When did you start shooting slingshots?
We started shooting slingshots during COVID, 2020. And I didn't know anything about a slingshot. And so anyway, he started looking around, and I got food poisoning one day, and I was so sick I had to go to the emergency room. And Larry and my daughter were there, and It was during COVID, so my daughter came back with me, but Larry researched slingshots sitting outside the hospital, what kind, what to do. And so next thing I get home and he says, I found the slingshots. We're going to get simple shot Scout XTs. I said, yeah, get me one, will you? And so anyway, we started shooting slingshots in the backyard. It was COVID, but we shot the XT with those long 7mm bands. We didn't know any different. We didn't know you're supposed to cut them. We didn't know anything about anything. How we stuck with it, I don't know. But then we met Moan, and he changed it. He showed us how to shoot lighter bands, and it's been history ever since.
Yeah. What keeps you coming back?
Oh gosh, all the friends. It's just so much fun, and competition, and all the people here. It's just wonderful.
Larry Stroud, also known as Uncle Larry, also known as Uncle Larry, Slingshot Wizard. And I'm shooting, it's a Moan Waller natural.
When did you start shooting slingshots? What got you into it?
August of 2020. And I heard on the radio that there was a cop that was shot with a slingshot. And I thought, hey, that might be a good defensive weapon. And Becky called, and she had some kind of food poisoning thing. And we rushed her to the hospital, the emergency room. But it was during COVID, they wouldn't let me in. So I sat for 4 hours on a park bench in front of the emergency room at the hospital looking up stuff about slingshots. I told her I wanted to get a slingshot and learn how to shoot it. She said, well, get me one too.
How did you find RVA Catapults?
I saw a Zach Fowler video of the East Coast Woods course, and Zach Fowler asked everybody to introduce himself. And Moan was in that video, and he said, Moan Waller from Richmond, Virginia. And I could not believe there was somebody else that shot slingshots. This was probably 6 months, 8 months into our journey of shooting slingshots. So I go on my phone and I start looking up Moan Waller, and I came up with Wallers on my phone, and I called probably about 20 Wallers in the Richmond area and left messages. If you're the Waller that makes slingshots, can you give me a call? Of course, I never heard back from any of them, but we kept tracking down numbers, and finally we split them up, and Becky called some and I called some, and she finally got a hold of Moan's mom, and Moan's mom gave us his cell phone number, and we called him. And from there, I got a slingshot, went to meet him, and then he started inviting us to his backyard to shoot. And when we first came there the first time, Mike Wynn was also there. So the four of us would come there just about every week, every other week, weekend. And then he moved out here to this property, and we've been shooting here ever since. So it's like 4.5 years. The white thing. See that?
Yeah.
Hi, bros. Good? Good here? Moan Waller here, RVA Catapults. This here is our thing. We do a lot. People like to see stuff blow up, blast, shoot, fly, jump all over the place, baby Billy. But what I like to see the most, man, is the new kids and the new shooters. And the range didn't look like that at first, trust me. We were just shooting in the dirt and a bunch of tarps and whatnot. And through the help of a bunch of our community members and everybody, just getting together, man, make it happen, it's grown to this. I think the whole goal of this whole thing was just to grow slingshots. Years and years and years I've been doing this, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I say, man, it's growing so fast, it's growing so fast. We're getting new members and new shooters, kids, girls. I mean, dude, it's so diverse, Slingshots are so accessible to everybody. And that's what we want to make it be, all inclusive and all accessible, But anyway, I can talk all day. What's going on? What's that? What's up? I'm shooting a little slimline lion's paw here. Paddock on the front, right? Layered poplar on the back. G10 carbon pins.
Do you have a preferred band setup?
Right now I'm shooting 8mm steel, 0.45 DZK, cut 1812. The special part about this is that you see one person do it, right? I don't think I've ever given somebody a slingshot and let them shoot, and they say, hey, can I get another BB? Can I try again? It doesn't just die like that. It just grows. you know, the exciting part of it, you know what I mean? Because that's when I first started, like when I first started getting into this, I was shooting trick shots, shooting crazy trick shots all the time. And all of a sudden, Ian Jones from Team Game People Pro Shot contacted me, right? He said, hey, man, welcome to the team. I'm like, welcome to the team? What do you mean? And we're talking Ambrose Draper, Darren Godfrey, John Webb, Gurno Mueller, Mark. I mean, man, it was so many people on this team. I couldn't believe all these like top shooters, and they wanted me. This sport took me out of a real dark place, and the joy I get from it now, I didn't know I'd be, you know, making slingshots full time. You know what I mean? For the past 6 years, right? I was just wanting to shoot. I'm a shooter, man. I want to shoot, you know. But I get to see people connect who never would have met each other before from all over the world, right? I can't believe it's going from 5 people to 25 people, right? I've gone to the East Coast Slingshot Tournament, and there have been like 28 contestants. We took 25 people last year. You guys want to do a few rounds of knockdowns?
Yeah.
Want that?
I like knockdowns.
I like that. I think you should do that. Who won it?
It's Dustin Chappell.
How long you been shooting with Moan and the RVA crew?
Oh, I've known Moan probably 4 or 5 years. Come down and shoot with you guys. Try to get over here at least once a month. We here on this setup maybe a year, maybe a year and a half.
How long have you been shooting slingshots?
Well, I'm 53, and since I was 8 years old, so 40 some years. Through my years and through the military, I think everywhere I ever went, I had a slingshot with me. It's been some pretty interesting stuff over the years. My entire life. I had a homemade slingshot that a guy down the road, I was probably 7 or 8, that made me, and it was a natural fork. And then I wanted a wrist rocket. And I remember being 8 at a Kmart store, and it was $5. And my mom got it for me. She's like, don't tell your dad. I would say more of a hunter than a target shooter. The target shooting is new for me. The going down to the 8mm steel or clays or the smaller ammo. I've always been a hunter, so it's always been heavy bands, heavy setups, 11mm steel, 10mm lead, stuff like that.
What did you bring to shoot today?
I brought a couple things. I'm, mostly a natty guy, but that's one of the natties I made. And then I have my Moan Waller rabbit stomper with me today. Most of the time when you see me, I'll have a natty.
So like I said, we'll start off with like your name. If you have any nicknames.
Yes, I do. My name is Brandy Falls, and they like to call me Little Spank or Lil Spank.
How long you been shooting with RVA Catapults?
I've been around for, I guess, over 2 years, and I've only just started shooting about a year ago.
You are the proprietor of Spanky Monkey?
Yes, I am. That is me.
Let's check it out. Do you have something?
Oh, yeah. I brought some of my new spinners. This is 30 and 40. And my magnet, I call it the Kraken.
There we go. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
What got you into shooting slingshots?
Actually, Jason, my husband, Mr. Monkey, he actually found Moan on the RVA Makers Forum on Facebook. And so we actually got into slingshots by finding Moan first and seeing his beautiful work, and then we got interested. And once we started getting involved, Jason was saying that he wanted, cooler targets, and so I started making them, and here I am today.
What are you shooting today? It's beautiful. Oh, it's like the mushroom.
Shape. Yeah, this was the Amanita.
What do you like the most about it? What keeps you coming back? And
the community, you guys, everybody here. I mean, I love slingshots, I really do, but I like the community a lot more. I love being with all you guys and just hanging out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
Hey, you know. I'm Jason Maggard.
And you have any slingshot nicknames?
I'm Spanky Monkey's husband, so people call me Mr. Monkey.
How long have you been shooting slingshots?
I've been shooting slingshots for about 2 years now.
You dabbled with slingshots as a kid, or what got you into it in the past 2 years?
So I make things myself, and I was on the RVA Makers Forum on Facebook and started seeing Moan Waller posting his beautiful slingshots, and I said, you know what, I think I want to have one of those.
And what are you shooting today?
Today I am shooting the Moan Waller Flesh Gordon. This is from an 80s B-titty movie, and I wanted to make Moan do something crazy, so this is it, the Flesh Gordon.
And what got you connected with Moan and the RVA group?
So when I bought my slingshot from Moan, we drove out here to meet him, and we were here for the very first Shootin' By the way, I am the person who coined the term Shootin'
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, no, and they all hated it, and for about 3 weeks, I'm like, I'm just going to make this happen, and I did. So, but yeah, we were here from the very first one, matter of fact. We were out here talking to Moan, picking up my slingshot when he said, hey, we're thinking about having people over for the weekend.
Do you have any memorable moments from any of the slingshot tournaments?
Matter of fact, I don't really even, go to compete. I just go to hang out and enjoy the party and pump the tunes and all that type of nonsense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we had a blast shooting a water bottle with a glow stick in it off the lake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.
There we go.
So, what's next for RVA Catapults?
We are into aggressive expansion.
Well, you've met all the team, right?
Yeah, most of the team. Just about. I think there's a few people floating out there. But we plan on expanding into the upcoming year and in 2026. Expanding a slingshot club. All right?
Right. We're already doing it.
Right, we've been doing this bi-weekly shoots right now for a few years now. And we just want to make a lot of changes, you know, like make the range bigger, do some improvements. And so we're kind of going to start any other league or whatever with people for signups and dues and growing our club, right? The biggest thing about it for me is expanding. And so we get to shoot as a team. The main concern here is safety, you know, for the new shooters and like the kids and whatnot. Right. That's why we're taking them to the range at the East Coast Slingshot Tournament and just getting all the ricochet targets and stuff like that. Yeah, you want to be out in the range one day and like take a BB and talk about being turned off to the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but thinking about that also, if we also create an organization, we're an official RVA Catapult Slingshot Club, official club, we can also access, share it in the community, be able to reach more people in the community, but also be able to access really important funding so that we can fund for safety glasses, for ammo, all of that takes
all the slingshots and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that when people come, we're really ready to serve our community.
We have 4 new shooters today. Right? We have 4 new shooters today. It was great. And having slingshots available for the new shooters to shoot and ammo accessible and bands and all that stuff.
It's so great to see so many people coming out. Young, old, big, small, children, men, women.
We've got the most diverse group of people. There's 6 girls in here shooting today.
So great. Like 5 kids.
If someone wants to find RVA Catapults, how do they find you? How do they find your work? How do they look it up online?
You can go to RVACatapults.com. Right. That's our website. You can do.
And there's a community tab which has the calendar for when our shoots are. We're trying to keep that up in advance. But,
for sure.
And then on Facebook.
And on Facebook.
But people can find us. People can find us. Find his work on Moan Waller on Facebook. There's also RVA Catapults that
you can always just hit me on Messenger. I'm always here.
See y'all.
Hey,
it was fun.
What a great time.
You leaving? Oh yeah.
See you, man. See you, man. Good to see you.
Come to Virginia and see us.
Come shoot with us.
Come shoot with us.
Let's go down the tower.